iOS 17 introduced offline maps for the Apple Watch and also for the iPhone, but in order to use them on your watch, you need to have your phone with you, which doesn't make a lot of sense because it definitely has enough memory to load them directly on the watch, but that's how it is. And there are other options to get offline maps on your watch, things like Work Outdoors and Footpath. I have videos on both of those if you want to check those out. The problem is you only get the maps around the route or the track that you've loaded onto your watch. But what if you just want like an offline map of Rome or an offline map of Angeles National Forest, where we are now? What do you do then? Well, as I say, there is an app for that. It's called Goose Maps. I don't know who Goose is. I'm not affiliated with them anyway. I'm not being paid to talk about this, but I think it is worth talking about because it does give you that ability just to take some areas that you already know beforehand and load them onto the watch, and they will be available as open street maps on your watch to use and navigate and browse. In this video, I'll show you what it's all about. First thing you're going to want to do is download Goose Maps on your phone. So go ahead and download the app. Now you do have to pay for the app, but there is a 7-day free trial. Now on the settings screen, you could choose a dark or light style, and you could choose hiking map style, which gives you contour lines. The hiking map style is really solid, includes good color scheme and good detail for the outdoors. You can select the areas that you want to download from within the iPhone app, but ultimately you're going to have to go to the watch to download the maps. The search bar here is nice, but I wish you could search by park. It seems to be only by cities right now. The real magic happens on the watch though, so let's go to the app on the watch. You're going to get a couple little welcome screens here, and I'll show you how to do this stuff in a second so you don't have to memorize anything on the screen. Now you're going to want to start this when you have a connection, and the way it works is you just scroll around with the touch screen. You can zoom in and out using the wheel on the side. And once you go deep, if there's an area that you want to download, you just click on Download Map, and now it is downloading it for offline use. And once the little download progress is done, you will have it on your watch. All right, so here we are in the area that I downloaded the maps from. Let's see what it's all about. I'm actually on the PCT. You can see the sign behind me here. It's always cool when you see, you know, Mexico, Canada. Maybe we can hike to Canada in this video. Probably not, but let's just do this. Let's launch Goose Maps and hike with it, see how it navigates, see what it's all about. All right, the first thing we're going to do, let's launch the app, and it's going to ask us if we want to allow it to use location. We're going to change that or enable that to be whenever we're using the app. There we go, allow while using the app, and so let's click on the locate button, and here we are on the PCT. Look how quickly we're zooming in and out with the scroll wheel. Look at all the contour lines, all of the detail, just moving around, panning around with the touchscreen. The performance is incredible. It's great. It's much better than you'd find on any kind of Garmin watch right now. Let's click on the little find button and let's see what we have here. We have toilets, okay. But you can see this is sort of geared towards an urban environment, not necessarily natural landmarks, but there's the toilet. It's a little pink dot. It's a little bit hard to see. Couldn't really click on it or do anything here. There we go. Let's see. There we go, toilet. Takes a little bit, but we can walk to it. We can ride a bike to it. It gives us our distance. We can save it. Let's go ahead and walk, and it's already routed us. It's giving us an estimated time, and then we can hit start, and now it's giving us a pink line that's showing us which way it goes to the toilet or wherever we're navigating to. And once we have it on, we can hit the little icon, the walking icon up here, and it gives us some information about our trip, including an elevation graph. We can't scroll on it, but it is helpful. And there are turn notifications. Spoiler, I couldn't get that to work, but let me show you. So let's go to the bottom here, hit stop to exit that. And then we can also just navigate to a point by holding down on the screen, and you can see that little icon popped up, unknown place. We can save it, or we can just walk to it. Here we go. Here's a route that has a couple of twists and turns. So let's go ahead and start walking towards it and see if it gives us these turn notifications or what happens as we go here. Well, first off, you can see that our icon, our location is moving along the pink line, which is a good thing. So that's the behavior as expected. Now, as we continue, if we hit our little walking icon, you can see that our progress is getting updated on the elevation graph. So that's pretty neat. Now here's where it kind of falls apart. We're at the turn. I didn't get a turn notification, and according to this, here I am at the turn, and it already has me moving in the right direction. If you look closely at the map here, we've already turned the turn, but we actually haven't. Let me walk the wrong way and see what it does, see if it moves us off of this line. All right, so now I'm walking the wrong way. I'm backtracking. You could see my arrow is moving backwards. Probably should face the way I'm going. But here I am at basically past that last intersection, but the watch is keeping me on the line. It hasn't moved me off the line, so that's incorrect. I tried a bunch of times to fix it, and it didn't work. I will show you what I think is happening here in a second. I tried it again after this, but just know that it's not moving you here, so this is a little bit of a glitch, but still, it's not too hard to figure out which way to go. So let's go ahead and turn back around and head towards the end here. All right, so here we are getting close to the end here. There's no notice or anything popping up that we're getting close to the end, and I also didn't get any turn notices. Maybe I'm just not on a turny place, but there I got to the end and the navigation just stopped. So fair enough, we are where we wanted to go. So one of the great things about this is that it works in conjunction with the workout app. So you can have them both running at the same time. Let's find a place up the PCT a little bit, mark a new point, and then click on it, and let's go hike towards that. And there's our routing. And look how responsive this is. That's what I really love about these maps on the Apple Watch that just kick the butt of Garmin, like I mentioned before. Let's go to the workout app. There's an old hike. Let's just do whatever, hiking, precision start, and workout start. So now my hiking workout is going, so I can do that. But I can also switch apps here on the watch and go over to the map. So totally contained, no phone needed to navigate. There's no, again, alerts coming from Goose Maps, at least not on this version, but I can go right back there and just check in and see if I'm on the line or if I'm going in the right direction. So overall, that's a very, very cool thing. Now, I took it to my local neighborhood to see what I could do with the turn-by-turn directions and see if I can get this to work any better. I never got the turn notifications to work, but I did get the rerouting to work. And here we are. You can see it's routing us around the park here. And let's just go ahead and start hiking the wrong way, start walking the wrong way, and see what happens. All right, so now I'm walking, and here you can see it's rerouted us the right way, or the quickest way to get back to the original destination. Now, I wouldn't use this on a trail to hike, but I think just having the offline maps without this purple line is still very handy because you can see where you are, you can see the other trails, you can see features like contour lines and peak names, so very, very handy. What would be cool is if they introduced an option to import a GPX file so we could plan a hike out beforehand on like a computer or using a GPX from a website like HikingGuy.com and just load it in here and see if we're on there. But just having the maps alone, I think, is handy even without this navigation. So pretty cool. I mean, it worked really well. Not a super duper navigation program, but it gets the job done. It was really fast and the maps look good. iOS 17 has offline topographic maps through the Apple Maps app. When iOS 17 first got released, the maps weren't available for a lot of places, including here in Southern California, where I am. I went up to Olympic National Park. They weren't available for there either, but I did notice that they showed up in the last couple of days for me here in Southern California, so I will be testing that in the very near future and making a video about that, so subscribe if you're interested in that. If you have other Apple Watch apps you'd like me to check out, leave me a comment, or any questions about Goose Maps, leave me a comment as well. And yeah, guys, thanks for watching, and I will see you out on the trail.